What else? Yeah.
That's it, man. I'm going to talk about the number of calls the fire department makes, but I'll do that.
Okay.
I got 3 or 4 things. One is the edging of the lake. Number 2 is the proposal to hire, or the issue of getting a proposal out on upgrading the sprinkler system. And I got a sketch here on the proposal for a new scoreboard at the golf course. I can give it to you or give it to Walter or whatever the case may be.
I'd like to see it.
Okay. This is what we were talking about of that, and then I
Yeah.
think
Did you redraw it, or is this the same?
that's the same. I couldn't improve on it a whole lot.
I was hoping.
That's
that you
not very
could.
good, but I couldn't
Okay.
improve on it. So, the first one is they're at the point right now, they may have done it today, to start pouring, or yesterday, they plan on doing it yesterday, I don't know what the rain did today. I'm talking about the dam repair, to pour the footing for the low point drain system, where the valve goes, and then within just a few days after they get that poured, very early next week, they're gonna start laying pipe. And when they start laying the pipe, they got the coffer dam built, they're gonna start, he's gonna get those pumps off of his rent list. It's costing him several $1,000s a month to rent those, so immediately when first chance he gets, which very easily could be at the middle of next week, the lake level's gonna start going up. If we're gonna do the edging of the lake, now's the time to do it. And as we said 2 weeks ago, I had a proposal there from Taylor Warner, and it was decided not to pursue that at that time.
We're getting other quotes, Jim, we discussed that, and we'll have them in at least by Monday or Tuesday, and it takes 3 weeks to fill the lake up. I found that out. I
Yeah.
talked to Philip last night,
Yeah.
and so just hold on to your basket of eggs, and we're gonna get it done, okay? I mean, it'll be done, and it'll be done on time. The lake will be full.
Okay.
So we are getting the quotes from the local contractor.
Didn't know what you were, that's what was the point of bringing it up, because I hadn't been informed of what the status was. I thought the proposals was coming in last week, but that's okay. You think by Monday the proposals will be in?
We hope.
Or is it at an unlimited time frame, or did we?
No, I told them as soon as possible, and this week if possible. So we may get them in by tomorrow. We've got one in already.
Okay. The other thing is the need to upgrade the
And
sprinkler
I'm
system.
working on that.
Okay. 2 weeks ago,
I'm still working on that.
okay, is there an expectation as far
No.
as?
When I get it done, I'll give it to you. Okay? I'm working on it. I'm contacting engineers, and I'll give it to you when I get it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. What else?
Well, I wasn't expecting that type of answer. Okay, give me just a minute, okay? We had a couple of I had a conversation with a lady, and I'm sure she called you too, Mayor, regarding leasing the cafe. That's still up in the air. But we may have someone there that'd be interested in doing that. I have some information from the Historical Society just for y'all's knowledge of what's going on over there. If you're interested in it, would you want me to talk about that now or a little later on? Are you interested?
Go ahead.
A representative from the Historical Society went to Montgomery recently to attend the Alabama Travel Council and the Legislative Bash, which is promoting travel and tourism in the state. And she was made an honorary member of that council. And they're doing some things as far as promoting tourism around the state. But this is one of them right here. Second thing is they're looking at a festival at Surrender Oak on May 1st. I don't know whether they're going to be able to put it all together or not. We don't have the latest information this week. They've had a committee meeting, and so they're trying to bring a group of people together to put on that a festival of sorts. at Surrender Oak. The third thing is that the soil testing has been completed on the turnaround project. They're awaiting the accumulation of the data, the testing and so forth, and putting it together in the form of a report so a final report can be released regarding whether or not this site would be selected as a brownfield for a brownfield grant. So that's that information will be forthcoming.
And I need to tell you something, Jim, on that, or Martha had asked me at the last meeting I went to about the, us deeding the city, the city deeding that property to the historical board, and they have to do the survey. They gotta pay for the survey on it. The historical is, so when they get it surveyed, then we'll give them the deed.
My memory is that we've done a draft deed.
Do what?
We have a draft deed ready to go,
Okay.
except for the survey.
Okay. But that's
So
what they need to do.
whatever that survey costs, $500-600, whatever that survey costs, then would be borne by the Historical Society.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah,
And let me mention, when the deed gets ready, we need to vote on, resolutions.
okay.
The application for the Civic Center has been completed. We did have to do some additional question answering for them. They did also want to do a study, make sure there were no gophers and such, so forth. So all that's finally been cleared, the survey been completed, and now the application has been fully submitted, and we're waiting word from the USDA. I would like Laura to speak about this and get y'all's opinion on what goes along with it. If y'all give her just a minute, or if you want to let Jeremy speak first.
Well, Jeremy, you go ahead and then I'll let Lois.
Okay, all I have, Mayor and Council, is to address the gazebo at the lake. I believe Monday, I was talking with Steve yesterday, he's got a gentleman between himself and the gentleman drafting some more specific detailed drawings of the gazebo that's gonna be on the lake there at the Civic Center. One thing I'm gonna go ahead and move to do with the permission of the council is to go ahead and purchase the poles, get them on order. I spoke with Philip Taylor with Taylor Warner. He's got a gentleman coming out to drive his pilings, his sheet piles, and he said he'd be glad to help us with that. He would have to determine a cost from the gentleman after he's seen the gentleman. He has mentioned it to him and said that he would. He was the same gentleman that built Orange Beach Marina, so that's what he does for a living. That would be a cost that we would go ahead and incur, and something we would have out of the way in the next council meeting. We could go ahead and let bids on the construction of, erection of the gazebo. But I would like just to, hear from you tonight if it's okay for me to go ahead and get.
What's your estimate, those are big, Jeremy?
Well, I've only got a estimate. We know we're gonna go with the gazebo style, but it's looking like 17 marine treated posts, 10 by 10, 20 foot long. That's where most of our expense in the material is gonna be initially up front. And I don't have a hard price on that. I can produce it.
That's okay.
But I'm going to go through the process of the requisition process and call our local hardware store and 2 or 3 others that can supply this and go with the lowest price. Go ahead and try to get those in. I know you have to order that